Berry Brothers & Rudd was founded in 1698. We provide a link between the producer and the customer. So it's not just a retailer, the focus is on storing wine for our customers. And as other parts of the world start developing an interest in wines and in fine wines, we're growing with that.
So Quadcorps were introduced to us by our e-commerce support partner as a well-experienced MuleSoft integrator. MuleSoft is absolutely critical to us because it joins our core business applications together and allows the smooth running of the business and the e-commerce site. We had implemented our MuleSoft messaging platform about 6 years ago, and the previous supplier then moved on, and we were left with a gap in knowledge and experience of MuleSoft and its capabilities and how to operate.
Because we have 40-odd thousand customers that collect wine with us, we have a one-to-one relationship with those customers, and those touch points are quite demanding. So knowing when the customer is speaking to us, who they are, what the history is, what they've got in their cellars is very important. And that means that technology needs to be able to keep up with all of that complexity to be able to provide those customers with the service that they expect from us.
So essentially, the MuleSoft platform is absolutely critical for us in terms of connecting our e-commerce platform with our back-end ERP, both in terms of stock and orders and customers. And if they become out of sync, then that raises all sorts of challenges for us as a business. So the challenges with the platform were around operational support in day-to-day issues. If we were having problems, it became increasingly difficult to understand where the problem lay, and also to understand how to recover from the problem and to make sure we hadn't lost data or got corrupted data in the systems.
We have a fairly small tech team. What's very important to us is establishing decent relationships with key partners. So since we started working with Quadcorps in 2021, they took over the MuleSoft capability and the integration partnership that we needed. We have had a lot fewer problems on the systems. Now that that system has been stabilized, it's allowed us to start focusing on a brand new integration architecture, which we're expanding on day by day.
So Quadcorps came in and put in place the basics that we needed to give us a reliable platform. Standard infrastructure builds, we had code repositories, we had a development environment which was a representative of production, so we knew where we were starting from to move forward. So once we got the platform stabilised with Quadcorps, we then moved into a more BAU operational mode. They were very good at providing us with SLAs that met our business needs, in our case 24/7, because the e-commerce platform works in that way, but also provided us the tools and capabilities to self-serve in terms of message analysis and understanding what had happened if a particular message didn't seem to have moved across the system as expected, and we could help ourselves to find out where that problem lay.
When we originally started working with the current integration platform, quite often if messages got out of sync, it would take us 2 to 3 days to play those messages back through the system again. So we would pause, the business would experience a lot of pain in the process. Whereas now with the integration platform that we're working on, things are much more visible. It's much easier to see when there is a problem, and we can stop all of the downstream systems and make sure that we play those messages through live when it comes back up again, as opposed to having to manually work through every single message to fix the problem.
We replaced the payment machines in our shops recently, and we were able to make some changes in the message format and structure to add additional lookups for the new payment types that were coming through, which greatly benefited our finance team in terms of reconciliation, not something we would have been able to do beforehand.
Replicating the experience that our UK customers have across the globe and through to all of our new territories is really important to us. Part of the way we do that is by having a set of capabilities behind the scenes that is able to support those journeys. And in order to support those journeys, we need core partners that we work with to do exactly what they do for us on a day-to-day basis. And Quadcorps really we see as a vital partner to help take us forward into the future.